So this is just kind of another plant seedling start update. I'll try to make this intro pretty quick and we'll just get right into it, but basically I've been putting these out during the day when the weather's been nice, and it's not too windy or cold or anything. Some of them have been zapped a little, or they dried out, which would have been my own fault. Like our chamomiles, they dried out unfortunately and just kind of shriveled and died. The cilantro, and like it did not get hot at all. It was maybe 62 degrees and like partially sunny, and they just absolutely, most of like the little guys couldn't handle it. Like you can see here, the cilantro, not having it. Trying to see. Oh yeah, the miner's lettuce, some of it's still good, some of it definitely shriveled and died back. Yeah, I don't know. And then there was literally the slightest spring breeze and some of the tomatoes like fell over. They're still fine. They didn't shrivel or dry out or anything, but they just like tipped over. And I know they're seedlings, so like they're very fragile right now and everything, but it was literally the smallest spring breeze you could possibly imagine. I bumped the table with this outside and spilled some dirt, so one cell is has gone kaputs. See, and then I jostled the ground tomatoes right there. And so they're kind of deciding whether or not they want to live or die. Probably die. There's some more there that are doing okay still. The carrots, the basil in its own pot are doing great. The beans and peas, cucumbers are great. Nasturtiums, the tall guys here, nasturtiums, and the basil down below are all doing great. But yeah, our chamomile died out. Our lettuces are doing okay. The peppers, doing okay. Still 0 for 0 on the jalapenos down here, all 6 of these cells. Yeah, I don't know. Those might just be a goner at this point. And then it was my birthday the other day, so I got myself this pretty good sized jade plant. Like, it's pretty chonky. I think it's in like a 6-inch pot in here. I still need to buy soil, like cactus soil, and actually pot it in this guy. But yeah, one of my favorite little local coffee shops. They also sell plants and all that stuff. So I went and got myself a little birthday treat. Basically at the point now where some of these need to be up potted. Like a good amount of them do. Like the peas, they definitely need something to climb. Sorry. They need to climb. I keep having to pull them off of the strike beans. Because I don't want them to like, you know, take them over or anything. So I've just kind of tipped them over this way. They're still doing good. It's just I'm pulling them away from the beans here. The cucumbers. This one in the middle is really tall. Let's see. The nasturtiums are getting a decent size. I don't know if they need to climb. I've actually never grown nasturtiums. Like my mom never had nasturtiums growing up. If anyone in the comments knows, like, or grows nasturtiums, like, do they climb? I feel like I've seen them vine online, but I'm not really sure. Like, if it's just they will if you allow them to, or if they're fine without something to climb, let me know. But yeah, basically I need to repot and uppot the peas, the beans. I would love to try to move the cucumbers soon, the nasturtiums, and maybe some of the tomatoes, even just into like red solo cup sized little pots, you know? Something a little more substantial. Where was I going with that? Oh, but I feel like I'm at kind of like a standstill lately because it was my birthday, so I was busy with all that stuff. And then I have my in-laws and sister-in-law and stuff. They're coming to visit later this week for birthday stuff. And if I start repotting these, I know it'll be quick. Like, it's really not a big task at all. I'm so backlit, sorry. It's really not a big task at all, but like, it's probably just gonna make a mess, and if I'm filming it, it'll take a little longer for me to clean up, and I'm just in the process of trying to clean my apartment before everyone comes over. So I don't want to get literal dirt everywhere and like add to my to-do list for cleaning. So I'm hoping they can all hold out till the end of the week and that'll be fine. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed about the chamomile. I might restart some. The cilantro, like some of them are doing fine, and then some of them just immediately shriveled from like the same little cell, so I don't know. Don't really know what happened there. Some must have just been like weaker starts or had smaller roots and not been able to get to the water that was deeper. Same with the miner's lettuce, like some of them shriveled up and some of them are completely fine. I don't know. Kind of an anticlimactic update, not a lot happening. Definitely not a lot good happening. The tomatoes are looking good. Most of them are upright, it's just these few in the back that kind of went down. I'm having a little sleepy day. Had a very busy week, celebrated my birthday, saw a lot of family, all that jazz. But like I said in my last clip, I was kind of waiting until after then to deal with all these guys and start uppotting some of them, getting like some sort of a little climbing situation for the snap peas, stuff like that. So I just wanted to pop in, give you one last little clip, see how everyone's doing. Not too much change from what you just saw in the last clip. This basil's getting pretty tall, which is nice. Tomatoes doing good. Everyone still needs to be watered today. But as far as everyone needing to get potted goes, I got this big old bag of soil. Yeah. Just a big old bag of potting soil. I'm obviously not going to use all this right away until I start putting stuff into like 5-gallon buckets and like bigger pots. But I'll probably just mix some of this with like the worm castings that I already have, and we'll be set. I haven't tried this brand ever. I don't know anything about them. They were just available and cheap and seemed to be what I needed. And then I also got for my little front door area. I live in an apartment and my front door gets like 0 sunlight. So I got this cute little hosta because I always want something in a pot out by my front door, but couldn't find anything. But it is part shade to full shade. And so I think if I put it probably like just a medium-sized little pot for its first year, it should do okay. Maybe in the future I'll like put like flowers and other stuff in it, or with it in like a bigger pot. Yeah, so I got this little guy, and then some dirt today, a couple of these little pots just to put probably the snap peas or maybe some of the tomatoes that are doing a little better than the others. Just so they have something to get up potted into. Maybe some of the two nasturtiums here. But yeah, just like last time, the chamomile died off, which is my fault. They were so tiny and they dried out when nothing else did. Miner's lettuce is doing alright. Iceberg's doing alright. These basils are so tiny still compared to this guy with like no competition. Carrots are doing pretty good as far as I can tell, like for up top at least. I don't think, let's take a look. Yeah, their roots are definitely doing stuff. Like I said, I need to water everything today still, so it's a little dry in there. Nothing bad though. But hopefully in the nearish future we'll see some carrots starting to actually form in there. Everything up here is doing great. And tomatoes doing pretty good. Still absolutely nothing for the jalapenos down there. Supernovas. In the middle is the land rice. And then down here is the ground cherries. They look so different from any other tomatoes I've seen. It's kind of crazy. I've never done or had or even like seen ground cherries grown before, so hopefully that's what they're supposed to look like. But yeah, that's kind of the last little update for this video. Thank you all for tagging along. In the next one, it'll probably be the actual potting, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, that's it. Thanks.